Hi guys, so last chapter we found out that Shay nominated Allie to run for class president with her. So I'm really excited to see what's gonna happen there. Hopefully she wins. All right, chapter 39, this is called To Shay. On the way to school, I wonder about taking the long way, like through Mexico. When I arrive, the first thing I see is Albert, who has a black eye. Albert, Keisha says, when are you gonna teach those boys a lesson? It's nothing, he says, all serious, but then gets happy. Look, he holds up a big sign for me. Allie is your Allie. Give her your voice. Sorry, it's supposed to be Allie is your ally. Give her your voice. You made me a poster for the election? I ask, smiling. I know I'm gonna lose, but that makes it okay. Thank you, Albert. He looks proud. But, why does it say my name twice? Your name is a homonym. I should know better than to question Albert. You know, a word that has the same spelling but different sounds and meaning. A-L-L-Y spells your name, but it also spells ally with a long I sound at the end. An ally is someone who is on your side, someone who sticks by you, like an ally in a war. Shay comes by with Jessica. She looks at the poster, and then the three of us. Good luck, six-legged freaks. I guess Allie will get 3 votes. After they leave, I look at the three of us, and I think about how there are 3 primary colors, yellow, blue, and red. Those 3 colors create every other color. Keisha goes over to talk to Suki while I take a deep breath and turn to Albert. I know I'm gonna lose, and Shay will never let me forget it. I look down at the desk to see Albert's sign, but at least I'll have a poster. Can I bring it home? Yes, but you can't give up, Albert says. Okay, well, maybe you're right, Albert, but you shouldn't give up either. I am not nominated for class president. I point at his black eye. But you got beat up again, didn't you? He shifts his weight and looks away. It's hardly the same, he says. I feel sad that he doesn't see that it isn't too different. When Keisha returns, she says, Are you ready for today? No, I shake my head. Ready for public humiliation? How do I get into these things? She leans over and whispers, You'll do a great job. Albert and I are voting for you no matter what you say in your speech. I half smile. What if I say you have to lick the lunch tables? Well, I just won't do it. That'll be easy, Keisha says, pushing my shoulder. Albert adds, It depends what we have for lunch that day. We laugh. I'm happy that he doesn't seem mad about my questioning him. Mr. Daniels is wearing a George Washington tie. He gets up and calls Shay to present first. I notice she is dressed in red, white, and blue. I look down. I didn't even think about wearing anything special. Shay talks about how great she is and how great she'll do. Kids applaud over her promises. And some of the things she says she'll do, I can't even imagine how she would pull that off, like extra recess and longer snack times. When she promises new and better lockers for the hall, I know she can't do that. With every sentence, kids are happier, and I feel smaller and smaller. I get up, holding my paper. The sound that comes out of my mouth doesn't sound like a real one. I try again and get the same sound, then 4 more times. The quiet laughs rise all around me, but Mr. Daniels holds his palm towards the class without taking his eyes off me, and the noise stops. I feel hot. Then Etch-a-Sketch brain hits me and I go blank. And I stare at that note that I wrote, that I can't read. Shade looks smug and it makes it even harder. Mr. Daniels bends over, resting his hands on his knees. He whispers, Look, you can do this. And you can hit it out of the park too. I shake my head a little. I believe in you, Allie. Now forget what you wrote. Put the paper down and take a deep breath. Close your eyes, and if it makes you nervous to see everyone, just be honest, be you. He slides the paper out of my hands, and I stand there silent for too long. I do close my eyes, wishing it would block their view of me. Mr. Daniels' voice is gentle, almost a whisper. I want to be president of the class because I think it'll be fun, and I think I would like it. I say, eyes still closed. Good, keep going, he says. I promise to be honest. I promise to work hard. I promise to listen to everyone who has ideas. not just my friends, because I would be in charge of the whole class. Well, not in charge exactly, but I want everyone to have a chance to give their ideas. I'll go to meetings, and I would try to get extra things like recesses, but I can't promise that I'll do something like that. I open my eyes and look at Mr. Daniels. Can I do that? Actually, no. You don't want me to be fired, do you? I shake my head and feel dazed. Do you have anything else to say? I don't think so. Okay then. He motions towards my seat and I sit down, stunned that it's over. Now for the vote, he says. He begins to pass out little pieces of paper. Wait, Shay says. All the other teachers have just had everyone raise their hands. Well, I thought it should be more like a real election, a secret ballot. Everyone will write the names of the choice for the class president on the paper and fold it up. I will walk around to collect it. That's not fair. Well, he shrugs, if it's good enough for the U.S. government, it's good enough for us. I smooth out the tiny piece of paper and try hard to be neat. There's a lump in my throat as I try to write my own name. I don't even know why. Maybe because I'm not even writing it down on a sign-in sheet for detention or signing for an apology or something. I fold it 1, 2, 3 times and put it in the basket. Then Mr. Daniels comes by. He says he'll let us know later, but everyone begs him to count now, so he does. He opens the first one, Shay. He opens another, Shay. He opens the third, Shay. But when he opens the next 4, they are for me, and I'm surprised. A couple more for Shay, and then 4 more for me. 4 more? I can't imagine who would vote for me. I thought everyone loved Shay, but as I look around the room, some kids are glancing at me, and some actually look really happy. Oliver and Suki and a bunch of other kids. Towards the end of counting, when it looks like I've actually won, Shay crosses her arms and falls back in her chair. In the end, Mr. Daniels shakes his hands with Shay and tells her she ran a good campaign. Then he turns to me and says, "Congratulations, Madam President Nickerson." And then he salutes me and laughs. The class claps. Keisha is standing up and dances while Albert gives me a single nod. Mr. Daniels, Max raises his hand. I think this calls for a party. Why, Max? Because it's Wednesday? Any day is good for a party, Mr. D, he says, and Shay looks annoyed with him. But her real dagger eyes are saved for me. At least she's quiet for once. Then that's perfectly fine with me. Chapter 40. Different kinds of tears. Keisha and Albert call me Madam President every chance they get. And at the end of the day, we head out the front of the school, and I am just so happy, like I could fly happy. A loud, sharp voice interrupts my happiness. What do you mean you lost? You lost? Shay is standing with her mom. After all that time we spent writing that speech, she says, Did you look at the audience? Did you speak up? Did you smile? I did all of that. The girl just got more votes. Shay sounds like a completely different person. The Shay I know was so quick to pick a fight, and now she has the voice of a kindergartner. Sorry, Mama. She brushes a tear from her cheek. Man, Keisha says, that woman is fierce. Geez, I can't believe it, but I actually feel sorry for Shay, I say. Uh-huh, no way, Keisha says. Don't be feeling sorry for her. It's not an excuse to go around doing terrible things to other people. Yeah, I guess you're right. Have you learned nothing, she asks. Of course I'm right. We laugh, and she gets on her bus. All of a sudden, I'm in a rush to get to A.C. Peterson's. Running through the glass doors of Peterson's, I forget that I was going to be all cool about telling my mom that I'm the class president. I forget about telling her like it's any other thing. Instead, I jump up and down and say it loud enough that some of her regulars congratulate me before she does. Her face says she's trying to figure out if she heard me right. Yes, I say, nodding furiously. Mom, they voted me class president. The kids in my class, not the teacher, the kids did. She holds her arms out and I run to them. I'm so proud of you, she says in a shaky voice. I know why she's crying. I can't believe it either. All right, guys, I'll see you tomorrow.